Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another review. This time we have Rogue. It's another incomplete class. It is one remaining legendary yet to be revealed. Probably today on BlizzCon. So let's start with the first one. It's a 4 mana for free mech. Drillly the Kid. A legendary. Battle Cry, Quick Draw, and Dead Rattle, Excavator Treasure. You have seen all the treasures at this point. This is the legendary reward, the treasure reward. The Azerite Scorpion, Elemental Beast, for mana 5/5, as the rest of the legendary treasures. Battlecry get 4 random spells. If you have excavated 8 times, they cost 0. I have no idea if this means you can get a random spell from another class, or if you can get spells from your class only, and potentially as well. But even if you can get from other classes, I feel like this card sucks. Even if the spells cost 0, for which you need to excavate a lot. So I think if you are playing this card and excavate package, you're probably playing it just because of the other rarities other than the legendary one. Because I feel like this one is the worst out of all the ones we have seen so far. We haven't seen the warrior legendary. The warrior legendary treasure. So yeah, that's probably it. It's good with Shadow Step, obviously. It's good with Breakdance. You can play Zola if you're playing like a Reno version. I don't know. It feels like a good card, but the legendary reward is just a turn off for me. But we'll see. It's still a solid card, so I'll give this one like 4. In standard. In wild, it's too slow, like the rest of the excavate cards. As I said, they would need to cost like 1 less mana in order to see play. So in wild, it's again probably 1 star. And in arena, it's quite alright. It's a lot of value. So in arena, it's probably 4 stars, to be honest. Wishing Well. This one has a sick signature art. I like the bird with the nest on the top. With the gold coins in the bucket. It's a 5 mana Wishing Well, 0 attack, 7 HP. After you play a coin, get a random legendary minion from another class and set its cost to 1. This obviously doesn't override permanent effects like Fun Totem for Warlock. So this is kinda bad in that case, but other than that, unless you get a legendary minion that costs like 3 or less mana, then this card is, I guess, somehow worth playing in like a maybe miracle deck. So you can, but is this better than just having a big ghost and punching your opponent into the face in like turn 4? I don't know. Maybe? It's good that if you play the Wishing Well and then you play the coins, you can immediately play the legendary minions, right? So that's something nice, I guess. But you need a lot of coin generators, which in standard we don't have. I think we have only like 4 cards that generate coins. But in Wild, obviously, this can see probably some play in maybe like a miracle Burgle deck, but even that, it feels a little bit too slow. But I get that they can just make this card 3 mana because it would be too powerful. So I would just give this one in Wild 2 stars, in standard 2 stars as well, and in arena it's just a bad pick. You would never have coins in arena, so in arena it's just 1 star. Dart Throw, 2 mana spell. Throw two damage darts at random enemy minions. they both hit the same minion, get a coin. I think it's a little bit too unreliable. Fuck, I can't say the word. Whatever, you know what I mean. Like you would need your opponent to have not a whiteboard, because if your opponent has a whiteboard, then it's a worst cleave, right? I just don't know. Like obviously you want to get the coin, and you probably play it in a Miracle Rogue because you can prep it out for 0 mana. So I guess that's something, but in Wild, I think it's unplayable. So in Wild it's 1 star, in Standard it's maybe 2 stars, probably 2 stars, and in Arena, I guess it's alright. Cleave in Arena is probably alright on turn 2, because you can kill like 2 1-drops potentially, or 1-drop and 2-drop. And if you get a coin, then sure, I guess. So Standard 2 stars, Wild 1 star, Arena 2 stars. Antique Flinger, 4 mana, 5/4. Battlecry, if you have excavated twice, destroy an enemy minion. You have all the excavate cards. This card is a better Wildspawn Slayer. It's a better Assassinate. It has a body. But, I mean, if you play the excavate package, you probably play this card. So, not sure if you play it twice, but at least once, you probably can play this card. Maybe you don't play it at all, because like, do you need the destroy effect? Because there are effects in Standard already that can destroy enemy minions. It's a weird one. It feels too expensive again, like the rest of the excavate cards and payoffs. So I would give it one like 2 stars in Standard, 1 star in Wild, 1 star, maybe 2 stars in Arena. Like if you can get a lot of excavate cards, then it's fine. But not sure how good that is in Arena, or how probable that is in Arena to get a lot of excavate cards. So probably 2 stars in Arena. Bounty Wrangler, 3 mana, 3/4. Quick draw or combo, get a coin. The or part is important, because you can get only 1 coin from this card, unless you Shadow Step it. Then you can get another coin for Shadow Step, which is not great. So I think this card is just the worse. The neutral 2 mana, 2/3 that gives you a coin if you're holding a 2-drop. Because you can replay it for 0 mana with Shadow Step, and this one costs 1 mana with Shadow Step, and it can give you the same amount of coins as the 2-drop. So I think this is just the worst copy of it. I think this is straight up 1 star in Wild, and in Standard probably 2 stars maybe. Like you probably play it in the Wishing Well deck because you need as many coins as possible. But other than that, it's a little bit weird one. And in Arena, it's fine, I guess. It is alright stats for the cost, and it gives you a coin, so you can coin a 5-drop. So yeah, in Arena it's 2 stars probably. Maybe I'm a little bit undervaluating this one, and it could probably be like 3 stars in Arena and Standard, but yeah, I just don't like the or part, and it's also not a battle cry, so you need to play it with another card, unless you top deck it on turn 3. Shell Game, 3 mana, get a random epic, rare, and common card from other classes. So means this can give you 3 cards from 3 completely different classes. So it's completely random. It's like a Burgle in Wild that costs 3 mana and gives you 2 cards. But this one feels a little bit too bad. like free value generation is fine, but if it's not a body, then you would like a discover effect much rather than a random effect. So I think this one is just unplayable in standard and wild. And in arena, it's again free mana do nothing. So in standard and wild, it's 1 star. In arena maybe 2 stars because it's value, and in arena you care about value, but it's again slow. Next one, 777, 7 mana, deal 7 damage to a minion. There are 7 cards. I just don't know why you would play this card in wild. If you have the new 1 mana spell that draws you 2 cards potentially, or you have the Secret Passage that draws you 4 cards. So I think in wild you never play this card, so it's 1 star. In standard, you could maybe play it in like a Reno Rogue potentially, but I think your hand is always going to have more than 3 cards. So you would probably mill a card. So I don't see it. Like if this card was 5 mana, deal 5 and draw 5, I think this would be playable. But at this point, I don't think it's playable even standard. So, but I'm giving it optimistic 2 stars in standard because I like the artwork. I like the flavor of the card. And in the arena, I like that it does something. It deals 7 damage to a minion. But again, you are drawing too many cards, and in arena you probably can't even cheat it out with the 4 mana Naga. So in arena I feel like it's a 1 star again. Bloodrock, CO Shovel, 1 mana, 1 free weapon with Dead Rattle Excavator Treasure. This is probably the best excavate cards that we have seen in this expansion. You can obviously buff this weapon. You can break it if you equip another shovel. It's not undervalued, understated. So yeah, this card is probably alright, even if you don't play the excavate package, because the 1 mana and 2 mana excavates are all good. So I would give this one straight up probably 4 stars in standard, maybe like 2 or 3 stars in wild. And in arena it's obviously powerful, so in arena it's 4 stars. And you obviously play it even in the excavate package if you play the excavate deck. Stick up. There's a mystery going around with the artwork. Because something that this guy is going to be the final rogue legendary, but whatever. It's a 1 mana spell. Discover a quick draw card from another class. I think you play this card in basically all the rogue decks because it's great. It can give you have basically like 33% chance to get a heal, 33% to get a board clear, and 33% to get a value. Or you can get kinda fucked in a specific situation. But I feel like it's just too powerful because there are not too many bad quick draw cards, and all of them cost 3 or less mana, which is obviously great. So I think this card is going to slot into basically almost all the rogue decks. And in standard at least. And in wild, I would probably play it in Burgle Rogue, and maybe in some Reno Rogue as well. Not sure about Miracle Rogue. It's probably too slow, but I like this card a lot. So I would give it like 3 stars in wild and 4 stars in standard. And arena, of course, it's 4 stars immediately because it's value you can pick, and the spell pool is limited. I mean the pool of cards is limited, so that's insane. So that's all the rogue cards except one. What do you think this one is going to do? And how do you like the new rogue cards? Tell me again in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.